Previously on Midnight Anubis,
McChicken.
and now the continuation.
Huh? Where am I?
Your dreams, stupid.
Okay, who are you and what do you want?
I'm you, stupid.
Are we really doing this?
Yes, I represent your love of Digimon and other franchises you loved as a child.
Okay, but what do you want with me then? And why is it now that I'm talking to my personified memories? God, did I really just say that?
Fine. I don't know how we got personified, but I want to give you a warning. X is coming.
I wonder if this is going to be brought up again. Hello everyone, Midnight Anubis here, back for another commentary. Now today's video is something a little different for this channel. Today, I'll be tackling a video on Yugioh. More specifically, a video on bad Yugioh cards made by one Dustin Smith. Now full disclosure right here, while I am a casual fan of the game, I have never played competitively and or in tournaments. As such, I'm going to be using guides throughout this video to try and help form counter arguments against some of his points. So without any further delay, let's begin.
Hello everybody, this is Dustin Smith, and I have a new episode of Terrible Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards for you, episode 2.
Now in shutter stereo quality.
Perfect for people too lazy to fix their audio mistakes.
First card is a trap card, and it is called An Unfortunate Report. I read you the effect, you'll realize how absolutely unfortunate this card is, and anyone who owns this card is. Your opponent conducts their next battle phase twice. Yeah. Ouch. So yeah, that's pretty bad, because, I mean, your opponent is able to hit you with everything twice, which will more than likely cause you to lose a huge chunk of life points, and you'll pretty much lose the duel. The only way I can see this card being valuable is if they're, later on in Yu-Gi-Oh!, they produce monsters that, summon with, like, if your opponent hitting you twice with everything in order to summon. But at least at this point, this card is garbage. Don't use it. You have so much better cards to use than this piece of shit. So anyways.
Not necessarily. Now on the surface, yes, this card seems like a pretty bad one on its own. But combined with, say, another spell card and trap card, it can be pretty effective. What do I mean? Well, activate my two face-down cards, Battle Mania and Taunt. Battle Mania will only affect during the opponent's standby phase, causes all their face-up monsters to be changed into attack position, and can't change their positions until next turn. On top of that, they must also attack your opponent in the same turn unless they are summoned after the trap is played. Now combine that with an Unfortunate Report's effect, and now it happens twice. But it would still cause you to lose a lot of life points, I hear you cry. That's where Taunt comes in, my friend. Taunt, on the other hand, will only work during your opponent's main phase, allows me to select one monster on the side of the field. In the case of this counter, I'll have my Ultimate Dragon and Elemental Hero Clayman on my field, and I'll select the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to get hit by Taunt's effect. So as long as my monster stays on the field this turn, my opponent can only attack my Ultimate Dragon for an attack. And since Battle Mania pretty much forces my opponent's monster to attack during the turn, and since Unfortunate Report allows my opponent to attack again, it won't be the holder of this card taking damage, it'll be my opponent. My point is, this card can be useful, but much like a lot of cards in the game, good or bad, it just depends on how you set it up and how you use it. One more thing. You say there are better cards out there, yet don't list any examples during this entry. What, did they get sucked into a dark hole or something? Come on, you made the claim that there are better cards in this. I want you to back that damn claim up. Anyways, to continue the cringe, I'll swap out my two monsters for Yamato Dragon, and I'll end my turn.
Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. Alright, so let's read about it. As long as this card remains face-up on the field, all spirit monsters remain face-up on the field and do not return to the owner's hand during the end phase even. Wait, it seems like a sweet deal, right? Well, just hold that thought, because right when I get to the next paragraph is when this card falls apart. If they are special summoned, flipped face-up, discard one card from your hand during each of your end phases to keep this card's effect active. And if you do not discard, this card is destroyed, and if this card is destroyed or removed from the field, all face-up spirit monsters must return to the owner's hands immediately. Ugh. So, alright, so let's break down the reason why I hate this card. And that reason is, you have to discard one card each turn in order to keep this bastard activated.
Oh no! I have to discard a card for every spirit monster on my field in order to keep the spell card that prevents it from returning to my hand. If only there were cards out there that allowed me to recycle the discarded card back into my hand. Hey, look at that! Now granted, Magical Blast pretty much prevents you from drawing new cards, but you can still add it from the graveyard to your hand. And granted, again, this wouldn't exactly work in constructed or sealed deck formats, which require you to use a set deck and can't really customize it, but this can still be useful in casual play and open deck formats. On top of that, another issue I have with your argument against this card's effect is that the discard effect was likely included to make this card more balanced. Think about it. Back when Spirit Monsters first came out, these things could be seen as a big-ass threat because of their strong effects. Discarding their opponent's entire hand prior to the next turn's draw phase, a single monster being able to attack all of your opponent's monsters in one battle phase, destroying all set spell and trap cards once it's normal flip summoned, etc. Nowadays their threat level is debatable, but my point is, if a card like this was played without the discard effect, it would make the already strong Spirit Monsters even more broken. But hey, he did talk about this card for another minute after this point, so hey future me, does this guy bring up that this effect was included for balancing and I bring up cards that do this effect better?
No, he just bitches about the discarding and then brings up Jam Breeding Machine.
Well, that's a disappointment. Since this final entry accumulated fortune, didn't have much for me to respond to, though I was surprised that he actually brought up examples in this entry. I'm ending the video here. Final thoughts? Well, my advice for you is to work on your audio editing. If you use a script, look it over again a day after you're done, and try to take out any errors you find, and give some examples of cards that are better than the one you're complaining about. So with all that said, thank you all for watching, and take care.